and make a tomahawk trades axe. So I'll show you how I do that and bring it back over at the anvil. Right now I'm just heating up the piece of stock and yep, bring it over to the anvil. We'll start beating on it. So hold on. All right, so this material's a bit thick. I have to thin it down a little bit. Alright, so I got it thinned down, stretched out, and narrowed. Ideally, it would be better to start off with a piece of stock that's closer to the final dimension. Like in this case, 1/4 by 1/2 or 1/4 by 1 1/4 probably would work straight off the bat, and I could have skipped the last hour of hammering. But this is the closest piece of steel that I had to the dimensions I needed. So here we are. Again, you start off with a more dimensionally correct piece of steel from the get-go. You save yourself a lot of time in hammering. So next we're going to let this thing cool down. We're going to nip the ends off. I'm going to measure off 12 inches, and that's going to be our tomahawk body. The bit I already have done. I processed a whole bunch of bits months ago, had them ready to go. I got 2 left. After this one I'll have 1 left. So stuff like this you can do in your spare time just to kind of stay ahead of stuff. Not a bad idea to do. So I really appreciate that I did this for myself a long time ago, because it's actually saving me a lot of time. So I'm going to shut up and let this thing cool down, get it cut, and I'll bring it back when I have my piece of stock that I'm going to use. Alright, we're going to taper and fan out the ends. Alright, so I got the ends tapered. Kind of looks like a big giant dog bone or bow tie or something. So next I have to put it over there in the vise, and we're going to clean all this up with the angle grinder and get ready to install the bit. So I go ahead and I'll MIG weld the bit in first, just the way I do it. Some people might call it cheating, but I don't. So I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned up on with the angle grinder, and then we'll be ready to weld the bit in. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and weld this bit in, and I'm not going to film that because I don't want to mess up my camera. Alright, so I got my bit welded in. So now it's time to get this back in the forge. I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to flux everything up. Then we're going to start forge welding. So this MIG weld here is just to hold the bit in place until I get everything forge welded. So you can wrap it, forge weld it about halfway up, drop the bit in, and then finish forge welding. But I've done that a few times, and to be honest with you, I'm just kind of over it. You know, it is what it is. This is just a lot easier, and propane's expensive and screwing up is expensive, so I just weld the bit in and go from there. But it can be done. You can fold it over, forge weld it halfway up, drop the bit in, continue to forge weld. So that's the traditional way, but this is the economical way. Alright, so get it back hot, and we're going to fold it over. Alright, so I got it fluxed up. I got the pressure up to 15 pounds on the regulator. I got the forge blocked off halfway through to reduce the size of the chamber. Now we're going to start forge welding. Bring it in a little closer. so full disclosure, when I start drifting that eye open, it does start to separate that forge weld. Just the way it is. So when I get the drift about halfway through, I stop, put it in the vise, and I run a bead right across that seam with my MIG welder. So now I'm going to expand the eye without having to put stress on the hawk. I'm going to do one more forge weld to set the metal just in front of the eye, and then I'm going to continue shaping the eye. So. Alright, there we go, one tomahawk. Just got it out of heat treat. I'm going to take it in the house and put it in a 425 degree oven. And I'm going to wrap this project up. I'll show you some pictures when I get it in the handle. But for the most part, forging's done. And you enjoyed the video, so remember to like, share, subscribe, and check me out on Etsy, Metalman Productions on Etsy. I got plenty of tomahawks up for sale, and this one will be up for sale very shortly. So I want to thank y'all for stopping by, and have a good evening.